This is Ron Connor with You Want That Smoke Barbecue on the Black Smoke Barbecue podcast.
Welcome to Black Smoke Barbecue. We are a collaborative group that focuses on different aspects of barbecue from pitmasters from all across North America. Barbecue is a culture, and we discuss topics, ideas, and the methods of it on the Black Smoke Barbecue podcast. Our mission is to spotlight those lesser-known content creators in backyard barbecue, catering, food truck operations, as well as the African-American experience in modern-day barbecue. Sit back, relax, listen, and enjoy the show.
The Black Smoke Barbecue podcast is brought to you by Harder Charcoal, where quality meets taste. Get yours today at hardercharcoal.com and use the promo code BLACKSMOKE to save.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live, and this is the Black Smoke Barbecue podcast, where barbecue is not just the code we live by, it's the culture we embody. The Black Smoke Barbecue podcast is brought to you by Harder Charcoal, where quality meets taste. Save on your next bag of hardwood charcoal XL briquettes when you use the promo code BLACKSMOKE. Put that in at checkout. You're going to save yourself a nice little bit of money, y'all. Make sure you subscribe right here on YouTube to the Black Smoke Barbecue YouTube channel. And, y'all, boogie on over to Patreon. Yes, we have a Patreon, and it's very damn cool, y'all. Get over there, get your membership. We do all kind of fun stuff that we don't do here on the free channel. All types of exclusives, y'all. Not expensive. Get over there, have some fun, because we get a little ignorant over there, y'all. Stuff we can't say on YouTube, we do it over there and have all kinds of fun. Listen, we have a very, very special guest with us today. Brother, we've been trying to get on for a long time, not because, he's elusive or anything, because he's just a man, and we're happy to have him here. But before we get into that, got to start with the brothers we got here on the pod with us today. We'll start with our editor-in-chief, Charlie from Maverick Barbecue. Charlie, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, B? How you doing? How you people?
Man, everybody's all right, man. I'm good, man. Busy as hell, but,
That's a good thing.
Ain't nobody gonna listen, man. I'm doing my thing.
That's all right.
What's new with you?
Man, I'll tell you what, I'm just trying to play a guessing game on how hot it's going to get and when the random thunderstorms are going to run me back inside from the grill. That's what I'm doing now with my life. Don't know.
Well,
just
it's
guessing.
that season.
Toss it
It's
up.
that season. It's okay.
Show is.
My thing is this. It's better to be running the house than to be scared and not take a chance and you don't end up with no barbecue. So
That is
better
true.
to take a chance.
That is true. The only bad part is if you're trying to do some footage and then you got to clean everything up real quick before that downpour come and get you. But
yeah, man. Sometimes that stuff got to get abandoned to the next day. It just ain't no, ain't no other choice.
Yeah, man. How you been?
Man, I'm good, man. Busy. In the middle of a move, so things are hectic, but hectic but good, man. Happy to be moving to a different spot, and I'm gonna be premiering that pretty soon, man. I'm not gonna give too many details just yet, but it's
Okay.
impressive. I'll say that it's impressive.
All right. I can't wait.
Me neither. Let me be done moving.
I hear that.
Next up, we have our fearless leader, who we don't see enough, Jeff Boyd from Outdoors with Jeff. We call him East Coast Jeff. Jeff, what's going on, bro? Good to see you.
Hey, I'm East Coast Jeff Tuesday through Thursday. You know you can find me
Tuesday
on the
through
West
Thursday.
Coast. Hey, look, how about y'all just call me, because I sat down and figured it out. Y'all can just call me the 5,000-mile man, because that's literally what I'm traveling every week with work.
25 there, 25 back, huh?
Yeah, roundabout that way, depending on which part of the East Coast I'm landing at.
How about bi-coastal, Jeff? How about...
Hey, look, I tell you what, man, I'm be glad when I can kick my feet up. But I appreciate those Thursdays. I appreciate those Thursday nights, and if I'm going home on Friday, then you know somebody messed up. So
Yeah,
Getting cussed out.
yeah. But it's all good, man. It's good to catch up with you guys, and good to poke my head in, see how y'all doing over here.
for sure, man. For sure. Always good to have you here, brother.
Hey, bro, you sure you're not going into witness relocation with this move? I'm just saying, man. Because
I ain't hiding from nobody.
okay, man. I'm just saying, man. Because I mean, I heard about some light skinned brothers out there in South Carolina at one point, man. But I was like, hey, maybe a couple people mad about their judging on the brisket or something. I was like, that man got to go hide out or something.
I'm sure that's true, but I just gave my honest opinion, man. And one thing I learned, so I was judging. You got to understand, I'm in Austin, and so my lens for brisket is going to be a lot different than most of the stuff that was presented to me at that competition. So, hey, man, I have no regrets. I don't take back any ratings. Do better. I don't know what to tell you. I gave feedback and critiques and advice on every page, and so yeah, I stand by all of it.
Gotcha.
I'm a witness to it. He sure did.
Oh yeah, don't trust me. There was a couple people who confronted me. I'm like, what do you want me to tell you? You want me to reverse it? Like, no, it's on the paper. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Was it anything as bad as that woman last year? I don't know if you saw it on Art's video with that brisket where
brother,
you know what I'm talking about.
We were standing there. I witnessed that when she was shaking like a leaf trying to cut into that petrified brisket. You don't remember we were standing there? I was like, oh no, baby girl. I was like, don't do that. Oh yeah. Nothing even close to that. Everything we had was I would say it was one that was not passable. Everything else was
that one was kind of like jerky.
Yeah, that was the one he cooked it in 4 hours. He was proud as shit that he cooked it in 4 hours too.
I'm sorry if you watched this, my man, but
I ain't sorry, bro. That just ain't how it's done, bro. I'm sorry that you think that's how it's done. It's not personal, but that's not how it's done. You just study up, bro, and
the views of this judge do not reflect the Black Smoke Barbecue podcast. They only reflect the views of this light-skinned gentleman sitting right over here.
Hey, brother, I will stand on the beacon all by myself, man, shining bright.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Good deal.
Well, look here, man. Like I said, we have very special guests, as we usually do. I'm going to introduce y'all to this brother, man. He's the founder of UWantDatSmoke. That's a Chicago-based barbecue brand, and they're known for bold Southern flavors, post-oak smoked meats. This brother is in Chicago, and he frequently drives to Texas to get post-oak. That's dedication and barbecue, y'all, but that's a whole other story. They do private catering, they do pop-ups, corporate events, community gatherings, all types of stuff. He's a certified KCBS judge, and if you don't know, that is a big deal in the world of barbecue. His style of barbecue has Mississippi roots, but is shaped by Texas barbecue tradition. He's frequently catering high-profile events, including James Beard Award after parties, and that in itself is a big deal. When you cooking for the James Beard Award after party, y'all, if y'all don't know what James Beard is Award is like the EGOT of cooking. Like, it is the biggest award you can get. So all of the top chefs and cooks in the world are showing up there, and this brother is catering the after party. So that tells you a lot. He's known for being meticulous about his craft. And look, let me tell y'all something. This is the most traveled man in barbecue. Now, they talk about me. If there's any type of barbecue festival of any substance, this brother is going to be there. If it's some little festival or event you never heard of, he's probably going to be there too. And he often collaborates with other Chicago pitmasters. He's been in all types of media, all types of shows and digital platforms. And I will tell you this, he is your favorite pitmaster's favorite pitmaster. Yeah, whoever your favorite pitmaster is, there's probably about a 99% chance this brother has cooked alongside of him, or at the very least, hung out and talked a whole bunch of junk with him, y'all. Introduce y'all to my man, Ron Connor. Ron, it's good to finally have you on, bro.
Man, it's good to be on. Thank you. Mama, I made it.
It's about time, bro. We were trying to get you on for a minute, bro.
Long time. Hey, I effort, but you guys are busy too.
Hey, man.
I'm not as busy as you.
No. They talk about me, and I was just talking to Kevin the other day, Kevin Bloodsoe, earlier today. And he, damn, BK, you everywhere. Everywhere I look, you there. He was like, well, shit, you ain't got nothing on Ron.
Hey, man, I love to travel.
So tell me, man, how did all of this get started for you, bro?
Well, on the barbecue side, I've always been barbecuing, even in college. I went to Texas Southern University. So I always dipped and dabbed in barbecue there. And I didn't know really about Texas barbecue till I ate Drexler's barbecue. I don't know if y'all familiar. That's Clyde Drexler's family barbecue joint in Houston.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
And that's when I was like, "Oh, this different." You know, it's different.
Yeah.
And Burns Barbecue is still there in Houston. And I just took a little bit from each one of them and just honed in, just cook. So once I retired, I still dibbled and dabbled. And when the COVID hit, that's when everything kind of changed because I used to get a call from my mother-in-law, God rest her soul, and she'd say, "Ron, you cooking today?" And that told me that yeah, she wants some ribs. And so
it wasn't a question; it was more of a suggestion.
Yeah, right. And she liked the ribs because it didn't bother her teeth. And the next thing I know, word got out. Folks start pulling up in my driveway, coming off after work, calling me, "Hey man, how long it's gonna be?" And it started getting legs. So my daughter said, "Dad, you got to come up with a name." And the name came to me in my dreams.
I love it.
And it just happened. It just started growing. It just took off.
Well, it took off. It did, man. You have definitely made a name for yourself in the world of barbecue, especially in the Chicago area, man. You drove for you retired from the CTA.
Mm-hmm.
When you retired, did that really open up room for you to do this? Was it just more like a personal thing you wanted to do, or did that kind of line up with it turning into a business?
Well, when I retired, of course, the job that I had at Chicago Transit Authority, I was a general manager. So I wouldn't have had time to do any of this stuff that I'm doing now at all. Not at all. So once I retired, it gave me that option. And again, I always was honing in on my skills, tasting things. That's when I got involved with that KCBS thing because I really wanted to know different aspects of barbecue. And once I got that knowledge of KCBS, I wanted to judge and I got to eat for free. So I got to taste other people's barbecue and see, it's supposed to be this, supposed to be that. And, some of it was good, some of them not so good, but it was a learning process for me. And then by going to these festivals as a judge, allowed me to see exactly how the event is presented to the public. And I enjoyed that. So it kind of gave me a little outline like, hey, if you're going to do barbecue, I got to taste these different profiles, how people use their rubs, the season, all kind of stuff. 'Cause I asked questions everywhere I went. And they gave me some intel on, hey, you might like this. I might try this. I might try that. So yeah, I couldn't have done none of this stuff if under my Chicago Transit Authority years at all, not even close.
So I got a question for you. You have really deep Southern roots, and you grew up in Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have these different regions and traditions of styles of barbecue. How did you mold all those traditions and all that together to create your style of barbecue?
My dad is from Clarksdale, Mississippi. My mom is from Tunica, Mississippi. I had uncles from Tunica, Mississippi, Coahoma County. They all in the same area. A lot of that stuff, the way they cook, even though they were close to Memphis, it was vinegar based. It wasn't sweet. It was vinegar based, which is, again, I didn't know that till I got older. So like I said, when I went to college and went down to Houston and I got introduced to Drexler's barbecue, I fell in love with Texas barbecue. The salt and pepper, I just loved it because at the time, that's all I knew. And coming from Chicago, then you got is sweet. All the stuff we have here is tomato based is sweet. So you know, my parents' way was good. Texas way was good. Chicago is good. So I was like, it's confusing.
Right.
So
where do I go? Right? Where do I go?
Do?
How you make this work?
Right. Yeah. So I had to lean on my friends and family. What did they like? When I served food, what did they like? What did they, because whenever I cook, my wife was my like food consultant, because I never would eat my food. And when I cook, she's the taste tester. She says, hey, this is you on point. Boom, boom, boom. This is regular. This is this. So once I got that and honed in on that, that's when I realized, okay, I got to come with something different than everybody else in Chicago. I didn't want to have the same profile. I didn't want nothing my meat doesn't, or my food doesn't taste like, in my opinion, nobody else's food, because I purposely is trying to do that. I just want to bring something different to the table. So that's my niche to the barbecue stuff. So when most people are really happy with what I serve them, and I've been doing that since, like I said, since 2019 to the present. So as far as public wise, those who have asked me to serve them food and stuff like that. So it's worked out real good.
Now, I know that Jeff's about to ask you a question, but I want to know about the whole driving from Chicago to Texas.
Yeah.
This is a real thing, Charlie. This is a real thing.
To get Post Oak, like, man,
okay,
that's dedication for real. Tell us why you started that.
Okay, all right. So this how it happened. I used to order Post Oak through Ace Hardware. Okay, that's the only way I would get it at a reasonable price and pick it up, but I couldn't get a lot of it. So my daughter lives in Frisco, so I'm going down to see her, and I said, you know why I'm down here? Well, load up the back of my truck with some Post Oak. So I called this lady in Plano. Lady told me, gave me her price and blah blah blah. So I went to Pilot Point, Texas, and that's where Yarby's is. If y'all know Yarby's.
Mm-hmm.
And
Halal
Caleb,
barbecue, yeah.
So Caleb, I went down to see Caleb, and we talked, we ate, and I was telling him I had to leave because I had to go pick up this Post Oak. And he said, dude, you ain't got to leave right now. I said, why? I'm going to give you this Post Oak back here. I said, what Post Oak? He took me in the back in the pit room. He said, listen, Texas Monthly about to give me a whole bunch of Post Oak wood. You can take all this wood. I said, you're kidding. We loaded up. You hear me? Loaded it up. I had to put all my luggage in the back seat and everything in the back seat, and had to put the thing. You had to see it. It looked crazy, but that's my dog. Caleb is my dude. Him and Sabrina are my people. But yeah, so I made that trip 3 times.
Three times.
I made that trip 3 times.
I was thinking of like every month. I'm like, man.
No, not that frequent. I love the smell of Post Oak. I love the smell of Post Oak and what it does when it kisses meat. Chicago, see, it's only, I think Green Street, Dave Bonner uses Post Oak. Not many people use it here, but they don't know, they love it, but they don't know what the name of the wood is. The preference up here is hickory and cherry. Up this way, but I love Post Oak. Oh, I like the way. Oh, that's the best cologne around. Shoot.
Yeah.
You ain't lying.
Yes, indeed.
And Charlotte, that story came about because I was texting with Ron and I saw he had posted on Facebook where he was. I was like, man, what you doing down here? And he shows me a picture of all this wood in the back of his truck and the suitcase is shoved in the back seat. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I'm getting some Post Oak. I said, damn. I thought I was crazy about barbecue, but this brother done gone too far, man.
So that was the video you posted a while back. You had the back of your truck just full. I think the logs were like falling out the back, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. Man, it was serious. Hey, like I said, I appreciate Caleb, man, because hey, I know his is nice and dried and perfect. I know his is perfect because he's doing it for the restaurant, not compared to somebody that's out here in the woods chopping up the wood. So I was so grateful, very grateful.
That's awesome.
Good
That's
deal.
awesome.
Hey, Ron, this is Jeff from Outdoors with Jeff. I wanted to ask you about being a KCBS judge. Because we've covered events like country style, some of the backyard events, where the flavor is a lot more different, a lot more homegrown, and going to Memphis in May and having a press pass and actually getting some of the competition food is a much different taste. If you could kind of walk us through that, being a judge, and then the preference and the difference that you see between the two of those type events.
Competition barbecue isn't made to eat every day. You cannot eat competition barbecue. You wouldn't want it. You wouldn't want it. Like I said, one of the things I really was searching for to get into barbecue, from the little bit I seen on YouTube, I said, if I want to get an understanding about this barbecue and what people like and what they don't like, I got to be on the other side of the table. So I drove to, it's a town outside of Detroit. It was in the winter, and I went to a KCBS class. And me and my wife drove up there, stayed up there 2 days, and they took us through the whole gamut about KCBS, how you score, and how you look at the meat, how you can tell this if the fat is rendered, so forth and so on. So once your palate, Brandon palate, Charlie palate, all of our palates are different because we've been raised different ways, but you have to keep an open mind on, where you at and the region you are and what they're using. Most likely, a lot of people don't use the same thing as tomato, salt and pepper, vinegar, and so forth, so on. So in Detroit, they said if you taste something that you don't like, you put a 0 and you kindly take a napkin and put it across your mouth like you're coughing, and you don't spit out. You just wipe your mouth and go like this, whatever, and you get a 0 because everybody's looking at you. Everybody's looking at you when you're judging, especially small competitions. Big things like Memphis in May, dude, you taste so much meat, it starts tasting the same. It starts tasting the same. Only thing that different would happen is if it's dry. That'll perk you up. If it's dry, if it's tasteless, don't have nothing to it, you'd be like, oh. But pretty much everybody in Memphis May is on point. Everybody's on point. That's a tough competition. Tough. I mean, you bringing it when those guys that's winning it, they bringing it. It's good. They bringing it. It's really good. So it's tough, but like I said, it's all about the palate that you developed over the years and what you like, because that's how everybody judges certain people's food. And it's blind judging anyway, so we don't know who we're eating. It's just that everybody knows it got to be in that same wheelhouse because of the region that you're at. So it's a big learning process.
Gotcha. Is there a preference in terms of, because I guess my question is, because I've had some competition ribs, and you're right, that bite is so much stuff in it. Versus the backyard where you just get that full on flavor. Can you kind of expound on that, or if you have any preference, or is there something where somebody gives you something in that competition piece where it's too much of something, or what?
Well, the backyard person who cooking is taking their time. They're not not doing any time management unless they got to serve it by a certain time, for family, whatever. But most times they're taking their time doing competition. They're under the gun. They got to have that meat ready. They got to start. They got a schedule they start with. They got a schedule. Got to finish with. They got to get it up to that table. They got to be presented, and it's gonna sit before it get to a judge. So it's a good possibility it's gonna get cold by the time you get it. It's not gonna be hot the same way when they brought it up to the table. But yeah, I would give me backyard cooking any day. Give me a backyard griller, cooker, smoker any day. Like I said, competition barbecue is not to consume. It's not all that, in my opinion. It's not all that. It really isn't.
Ron, you often preach about patience when you're cooking barbecue, and that being really the key to mastering barbecue. What's a technique that you really took time to really key in on and develop that really changed the way you cook?
Allowing myself, I had to put myself on a schedule. That means from purchasing the protein, allowing my protein to thaw out, allowing my seasoning to be prepared, and get onto that protein, let it do what it does as far as the seasoning adhering to the meat. Let that happen. Go out there and do my grill stuff. That got to be prepped right. My smoke got to be prepped right. And you know, I don't know about you guys or anybody else, but by the time I put my meat on a smoker, my smoker is, if it's not blue smoke, it's clear smoke. I never have put my meat on where the smoke is just getting started. I know a lot of people do what they call cold smoking, where they like to get that smoke on, that white smoke, that gray smoke, to build that, you know, on that bark, which is cool. But I have to timeline my stuff for the day and keep it safe to be consistent. And I found that to be a big help for me, being consistent and giving the same maximum taste and everything that I do as far as ribs, beef, burgers, whatever it may be. And I just want that consistency in everything I do. So I can't cook quick. It just ain't gonna happen. So with my prep time, I have to. It'd be a couple of days. That's what I do. Is it's a couple of days. I don't do anything fast at all.
Now, I got a follow-up question kind of to that, to your style of and your technique. What is one piece of gear, or you have an ingredient that you use that you swear by that most other people kind of look over, but this is your go-to?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good one. Well, like again, my go-to is that post oak.
There you go.
Dude, I'm trying to tell you.
That's the goat.
That post oak and that 16 mesh black pepper. Let me tell y'all. I used to buy a lot of commercial rub. I did it like everybody else. And I put together that 16 mesh rub with that seasonal. I don't know if y'all familiar with seasonal. It's almost like Laurie's.
Yeah, McCormick makes it.
Yeah. Man, look, come on. Ain't nothing complicated, but it tastes so good with that post oak. It brings a different flavor to it. I'm just telling you, when the chemicals come through there and that smoke come through and cuts around it just brings, and it gives a nice crust. It gives a nice crust on that rib or that pork steak, you know, whatever I'm cooking. And it's just, those are my go-to, because I got away from using commercial rubs because I thought, you know, okay, it's good, but it has to be something in my mind was simpler than just using all this stuff and all these ingredients besides the, you know, salt, pepper, onion, garlic, and all that kind of stuff. I knew it had to be something a little simpler, and it worked for me.
That's cool, man.
Good deal. Hey, Ron, in prepping for the show, I was looking over your menu, and I see where you got a summer menu and you got a fall menu. And look, man, let me tell you, how do you pronounce those wings? Are they called Saya chicken wings?
Yeah, they're named after my grandson. His name is Josiah.
Okay. Hey,
and
look,
he loves them.
Hey, those things looked amazing, man. Talk us through your flavor profiles with that, and just, you know, because you really seem to have some good craft barbecue on there. Just kind of walk us through your menu a little bit.
Okay, the side wings, of course, they're chicken wings, and again, the same seasoning, but I use a raspberry glaze on there, and I sear it. You know, I still smoke it, but I sear it. The chicken, after I put the glaze on, I sear it, each wing, so it's gonna have that char mark on it. So it brings, it really seals all that flavor in the chicken wing. The chicken wing that already tastes good, it just gave it a nice little sweet taste, but a little something, you know, little, nothing hot or spicy that, you know, you can't handle, but it just gives you something different on that one bite. So I named it after him because he tears them up.
Good deal. And I see you do turkey legs in the fall.
That's what everybody wants here. Turkey legs, turkey wings. That's a big thing here. Oh, and turkey breast. When it comes to the holidays, when the Bear games are on,
Go Bears.
The Bears.
I'm messing with Ron, y'all, because that ain't his team.
That ain't my team. Anyway, but yeah, turkey legs, man. And the wings are a big thing here. Again, I just season them different, and I put it's a company down there. I put a what they call a pepper. What is it called? Pear glaze on it. So like a pear glaze on the turkey. It takes the turkey bite to another level, and it's pear, but it has a little. It's pepper pear. It's called pepper pear. It's pepper pear, and it gives a different taste. It's just good. It's just good. Everybody loves it. So that's what I do in the fall.
Good deal.
Yeah, and you got that Parmesan garlic sweet corn too, bro. You can't leave that out.
Yeah, that, and a lot of people think I put it on the grill, and I don't. And
Okay.
I boil it, and I soak it in butter.
Ooh.
I soak it in butter. Let that butter stay in there for a while. I get some Parmesan cheese and some Parmesan sauce and some seasoning on it, and I bake it.
Ooh.
I bake
You
it.
ain't-
So when
You
it
ain't
comes
playing
out,
fair, bro.
when it comes out, it looks like it's been grilled, but it hasn't been grilled at all. And it keeps its moisture. When you bite, the juice comes out. And I serve it up. I don't serve it as a whole corn. I serve it up as niblets as a side to my rib dishes. So yeah, that's a much, because I don't do fries or anything like that. So that's my side with most of my stuff is that or brisket and rice. Brisket and rice. Dirty rice.
All
Brisket,
right.
dirty rice.
Oh,
Brisket,
man.
dirty
man.
rice.
Y'all see how he just tried to glaze over the brisket dirty rice like it wasn't a big deal? Like,
Ron, you
Oh,
keep
man.
messing
Ain't nobody
around.
like
man.
that.
You got to meet me at O'Hare on Thursday with a plate.
Hey, bro, listen. All the times I come to Texas, I come back with something. I'm telling you, everywhere I eat, Gatlin's barbecue, Miss Gatlin and Greg Gatlin, that's like my Houston mom. Oh my God. That's where I got the idea from. That's what I got the idea from. Me, I know it's a thing in Houston, they doing the brisket dirty rice. But I just came up with it myself because ain't nobody doing up here
No, they ain't.
now. So yeah, it's
Sounds
hot.
delicious.
They like it. They like it.
Yeah, man.
I love it. I love it. Look, y'all, we're going to take a quick break, man. We're going to pay a few bills. Folks, y'all make sure y'all check out our sponsors. They take care of us, so make sure y'all take care of them. And look, don't just be sitting here looking at the commercials. Click on them links. Get out there and buy something, man. We'll be right back.
We like you to meet Sweet Charlene, the barbecue seasoning created from family bonds that is low in sodium but high in flavor. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a seasoned pitmaster. Level up your barbecue game with this dry rub that has amazing taste and great color. Go to EddieWrightBarbecue.com right now and order your choice between the 6-ounce shaker bottle, the 16-ounce bag, or my favorite, the 32-ounce bag, and start rubbing your beef, pork, and poultry the right way.
A revolutionary new grill brush is here, designed to eliminate the dangers associated with traditional wire bristle brushes. Meet the Boyer brush, which will make cleaning fast, easy, and safe. The rust-proof stainless steel spring bristles are designed to withstand failure and last for many years. The Boyer brush is crafted with a heavy-duty, all-metal design that is dishwasher safe. Cleaning your grill with the Boyer brush, while hot, will provide effective cleaning without bristle loss danger. With a long handle for two-handed pressure that provides rapid cleaning that's easy and safe, it's time to say goodbye to the dangers of traditional grill brushes and hello to the last grill brush you will ever buy. Get yours now at BoyerBrush.com.
All right, y'all, we're back. So again, we thank our sponsors and we thank y'all for supporting our sponsors because, again, they do take care of us, y'all. Make sure y'all take care of them. Now, I got a quick question for you, Ron. When was the moment that You Want That Smoke became real? Like, this is a business. This is not just a name I came up with. Like, when did that moment hit where it was just like, okay, I'm really doing something here?
The James Beard Award after party. That's when it like yeah, this is something. You
So
know,
tell us about that experience, bro.
my God. Me and Brian Furman, we collabed on that. We cooked like 200 slabs of ribs the day before. And he has a peach mustard sauce that's amazing. If you have never tasted this, it's amazing. So Chef Eric Williams, who is also a James Beard Award winner, he has a restaurant in Chicago called Virtue. And he also has a restaurant across the street called Daisy's. And it's a Louisiana cuisine restaurant. So everything is like po' boys and gumbo and jambalaya, stuff like that. And it's big on the inside. Brian came up, he needed some help. We collabed on that. We kind of did it in shifts, for we couldn't burn each other out, keeping that temp going. And
Yeah, man.
Brian has a Lang smoker. I forgot the number on it, but it's 2 smokers on 1 trailer, and it's huge.
Okay.
It's very huge. So that was how we were able to provide all those ribs in a timely fashion for that James Beard Award. So once people start seeing me out there in Hyde Park, and the Hyde Park is a very diverse area of Chicago. You got a little bit of everybody there, and the University of Chicago, is there.
It's a beautiful area, man. Beautiful area.
And we had it smoked out. People were mad at us because we wasn't selling ribs. We had to tell them this is for an event. Well, can I get?
Oh, they want to pull up and get a plate, huh?
Because there's no barbecue in Hyde Park. There's no barbecue no more in Hyde Park. They all, fine dining now. And the smoke was taking over the area, and people got upset. They were stopping in the street and so forth. And we was like, I'm sorry, but this is for Chef Eric Williams. But like I said, man, we killed it. A lot of the chefs from the party or for the award show came down, and they gave us nothing but kudos. It was great. It was great. So I enjoyed that very much. So that's when I knew. And then they got on social media that like, okay, I'm out there. It's something about to happen, and it did.
That's awesome, man.
Good deal. Ron, hey, I wanted to ask you about because you're blending, Mississippi, Texas, Chicago. You're blending some different flavors and things of that nature. So when you're doing your events or your pop-ups or anything like that, what's the overall vibe like? What are you going for?
I go to my go-get is my the way I do Texas barbecue. That's what I do. Because like I said, I don't use nothing sweet. The vibe I'm trying to get is I'm trying to bring something, a flavor to your mouth that you haven't had, but I know it's good. And then once you taste it, you go like, ooh, this is different. This is good. Then you can want some more. And that's when I know the flavor profile that I chose works. And it's, how can I put it? Y'all, Brandon knows this. Brandon has eaten in, I'm sure, Franklin's and Interstellar and some of the big heavy hitters down there in Austin. And if you see how they prepare their proteins, it's the same way I try to emulate. And that's the same thing I do here in Chicago. And it works for me. And I just put my little spin on a few things here and there. Like I said, that black pepper mesh, people don't use that up here. Nobody uses it up here. It's a big game changer with the pepper. But that does a lot for me with the food, all the pop-ups, because they looking for sweet barbecue. I'm not giving you sweet. I'm giving you a glaze, and it's not smothered with sauce. And you can eat the meat, and it's, up here, they drown everything. I mean, drown it. You can't even know if it's barbecue. So,
you know what, Charlie and Jeff, have y'all had like real deal Chicago barbecue?
Nah, I can't say
not like that.
Man.
No,
So, and Ron, you I know you'll concur. The barbecue we grew up on. So back in the day, before folks like Ron and Dominique and them got into the real craft barbecue, just barbecue joints, man. It was tips drowned in sauce over a bed of fries.
Correct.
And I would say 1 out of 10 orders would actually be ribs. 90% of it was tips. And absolutely drowning in sauce with fries. And that was barbecue, man. And that's what we knew. That's just
Exactly.
that's what we grew up on.
And that's one reason, like my tips. When I do tips, I don't chop my tips. I slice my tips. I cut them. A lot of people like them thin. I don't give no sharp bones. You know, when we grew up, you just got a bucket of bones. It was like sometimes you might look like you got neck bones.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you're right. Because they go chop, 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 chop.
They don't care. They just hitting it, banging, banging, and throwing them in a bucket. So my way to make it look good, I said, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to slice mine thin. You're going to see the seasoning on it. You're going to see the smoke ring on it. And it's going to be tender. And every piece, and if you want that gristle, you can bite on that gristle. But that's my way of presenting my rib tips compared to how we grew up, like Brandon said, how we grew up in Limbs and Leon's and Lawrence's and all those guys. I'm not down on what they did because that's what they did and it was the thing to do at that time. But you know, we moving forward. So it's all about that presentation and what your eye likes, and that's what I do when I put it in a box, or if I'm serving it on a boat to make it look good and without being covered up with sauce. You can see the meat.
Man, all I heard was on a boat. Come on, that's fly right there. Barbecue on a boat, man. That's great.
What I meant by the boat is, you know what I meant by the boat, the little paper.
Man, I thought you was catering on the boat. Oh man. Oh man. Man, yeah, man.
You ain't never done a lake party, man?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Still applies.
So, you know, for folks who've never been to Chicago and never truly been to Chicago, folks ask me often what I miss about home. And when I tell them I miss the beaches, people laugh because they think I'm playing. They're like, no, we have fantastic
I've seen the beach
there.
Mm-hmm.
And you think you was, well, I mean, you are on the ocean. Lake Michigan is just an inland ocean. They can call it a lake all they want to. Yeah. Get in the middle of it and look around.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll know you on the ocean.
Yes, indeed.
You ain't gonna see nothing. You ain't gonna see nothing.
Before the winter comes.
Yeah.
Right.
Summertime shines for real.
Yeah, and it's the most beautiful and perfect time to be in Chicago is the summertime.
Exactly. We have it going on.
Yeah, it can't be beat. Best summer city there is, man.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you, Ron. I got a question because summertime shy. You got this unique to Chicago style, right? I want to know what is one of your biggest challenges as being in the business, and how did you overcome it?
Question. One of the biggest challenges I had was trying to find out who I was going to serve, who was I going to reach out to. And what I did was, if I remember correctly, I was talking to a mayor in the south suburbs. And he was looking for somebody to do one of his mayoral campaign parties. And he gave me the opportunity. And I did those wings, and I did rib tips. Again, Chicago eat rib tips before they eat a whole rib. It don't even matter. Baby back St. Louis, full spare, they don't care, but they'll take some tips.
All day.
And that mayor gave me that opportunity to put my product in front of a lot of folks at his campaign. And I got a lot of good feedback. I wasn't expecting it. I really got overwhelmed by it because I didn't think I was going to get response back. They sent it to him and he sent it to me. And I was totally shocked by it. But that was one of the things I took and realized if I could do that and overcome some of I didn't have the confidence at first. I didn't have a lot of confidence. I knew I could cook, but I wasn't real confident, like I am now. I'm confident as hell now. You can, I could do it. But back then, I knew I was okay. I was okay, but that moment allowed me that took me over to say, hey, you can do this thing. You just gotta just hone in on the skill and believe in yourself.
Yeah. Confidence in yourself takes you a long way, man. Yeah.
Ron, I wanted to follow up with one of this is a standing question that we have with a lot of our guests in terms of the cost of protein and just about everything else in this country going up. Do you feel like barbecue is a luxury at this point?
Man, look, yeah, it's getting up there. It's getting up there with filet mignon and some of the prices. People don't understand what it takes to prepare this stuff. The cuts, the seasoning, the wood. If those who use wood, it's pricey. It is pricey, and it's hard to keep it an affordable price now. It is really hard, and I tell you, as much as I try to, if you're out here doing it, unless you're doing it for family, of course, that's something different. But the pricing, man, barbecue, the pork, it is a luxury item. I would put it up there, and as you can tell, craft barbecue is spreading so far now that if you go to some of the good places, you're paying them kind of prices. You're paying some genuine prices on of food that back in the day wasn't nothing but a few dollars. A few dollars here, a few dollars there. You got these pitmasters out here bringing it. They bringing this craft barbecue to another level comparing to some of these chefs and some of these fine dining restaurants. But again, the name goes for the fine dining restaurants, but that barbecue speaks for itself, and it makes a big difference. Yeah, it's probably yes, I agree. It's a luxury item.
Do you get pushback on that, or do you feel that people understand that, or are they just gonna fight it all the way, saying, "Nah, I'm still looking for an $8 slab of ribs"?
Yeah, man. Look, you tell the price I pay. Mine is pricey because I got to bring that price to the consumer. Oh yeah, they're tripping. Oh, they tripping about how much this costs. Oh, back in the day, well, today it's 2025. It ain't 1965. So you can't compare. That's like everything else. Gas, water. I mean, bottled water. Come on now. And so if you want this, that's what it costs. You don't compare Jordans. You don't tell Michael Jordan, I ain't going to, hey, these cost too much. You're going to go ahead and buy them gym shoes and walk on out. Same thing with these ribs or whatever. Just because I'm black doesn't mean I'm going to back down and say, okay, I'm going to cut you something. No.
Let me get a sample.
Yeah. You don't tell Gordon Ramsay that stuff. You go down to his restaurant, you don't tell Chef Ramsay, hey, this pasta, he going to look at you like, get out.
As he should.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Hey, man, it's give us that respect. Everybody that's cooking ribs or anything, grill masters or whatever, it's tough. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. I mean, to a level that's really good. Everybody can, I'm not doubting none of the guys that's doing it, but you got to put time in. You got to love to do it. And if you ain't loving to do it, most times or not, your product is not it's gonna reflect on that.
Yeah, man.
So we covered that it's a clear consensus that we're agreeing that barbecue is a luxury item. Barbecue is also really mainstream. I believe since maybe a couple of years before the pandemic, it's really mainstream. You have all these shows. Food Network has a lot of barbecue related competition shows now and all that. But do you think that the Black Pitmasters are getting enough credit for the contribution that they made to mainstream barbecue, to what it is mainstream barbecue today?
No. Oh no. I'm gonna give you one point. And y'all know who Roger Mookie is? He was up for the Hall of Fame for the barbecue this past July, whatever that. And if you know about him, how he's transcended barbecue on the TV show and did great things. He was doing it, almost the same line as Barbecue Pitmasters around that time. He still hasn't made it. Why? Why?
You know why?
I know why, but I'm not going to say what I'm just saying. Why? I let you fill in the blank. But so yeah, so you got the Rodney Scotts. Man, if you look at his story and look at and what him and his family has done, the Kevin Bledsoe, the who else I can name? Sam, the gentleman in North Carolina who's Mitchell.
Ed Mitchell, yeah.
Ed Mitchell. I said Ed Mitchell. They've been doing this a lot of and female pitmasters too. They've been doing this for a very long time and giving out tremendous barbecue. Then you got somebody with a television show that's able to reach the masses, and the next thing you know, they flooding them with all this stuff, and it kind of push us down because we've been doing it for a while. I mean, we've been doing barbecue for a while when it wasn't popular, like back in the 60s and 70s. Everybody wasn't doing all that kind of stuff, but you got some people who were able to find their niche, find a TV producer. They did their thing, and next thing you know, it took off.
So, y'all, what Ron is trying to say is, I know you won't say it, bro, but I'll say it for you. They have successfully gentrified barbecues. Those are my words, y'all, not Ron's. But I think he agrees.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. Because if you watch a lot of the content and the shows on TV, it seems like, I mean, just for participation purposes or equality purposes, they have one or two of us on there, but it's not tailored to the traditional way of cooking.
Right.
They do a whole bunch of weird, off-brand stuff, right? And I feel like it's a way to weed us out a little bit, But
it shouldn't be called barbecue. The show on Food Network with blankly blank crawl. Those are chefs. Those are chefs. That's that competition. You got to know how to do these sides. You got to bring these different things. A lot of people that do barbecue don't do that. They don't do that. Like give you an example. If you ever watched the show when Thyron was on there, Thyron ain't ever baked nothing.
Yeah.
Thyron can grill his ass off, smoke his meat, his ass off. But they told him he had to bake a cake or something like that. He was like, "Oh, I'm a fish out of water."
He did all right though. He handled it. Yeah.
But to your point though, what you were just saying, that's what made me think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Now, Ron, you have done it with the best of the best. Whether it's Rodney Scott, Brian Furman, Blue Smoke Blair, Kevin Bledsoe.
Boy, that's a lot of names.
Hey, and on and on and on. We have been at events or festivals where I've witnessed firsthand where you go as a spectator, you go as a ticket buying citizen, but somehow or another, you usually end up working somebody's pit and in somebody's tent, cutting meat, serving. And that's why I say you are everybody's favorite pitmaster's favorite pitmaster. And the point I'm getting to is you have made some amazing connections in the world of barbecue. How has this happened?
I've been told I'm a social bunny. And I like to talk, especially if it's something that I'm really interested in. Because I got questions for your butt. I mean, I might not even have a grill, but you won't know it after we finish talking. Because my knowledge is going to be on point because I'm asking you things that you do. And I enjoy that. And one of the things that happened, I was at the family reunion last year and I was with Carla Hall. And again, Carla Hall don't be barbecue enough, but we talked about everything else. And I was able to hold my own in the conversation. I was like, oh, cool. She one of the nice chefs in the US, and Chef Adrian Cheatham. And we had good thing about food. Something I need to know is about sides and greens and these different foods I never heard of, that accents the protein. And it took me to another level listening to them. So I could hold a conversation to something I'm very interested in. And I could, if I don't find out that night or get it that night, believe me, tomorrow I see you, I'm gonna try to get an answer to my question.
Yeah, man. And a piece of advice I give to folks, because people ask me, how do you know all these people? And the thing I try to explain to folks in this world of barbecue, if you're at an event and you see somebody that you've seen on TV or someone you've seen on social media, someone you want to introduce yourself to or ask a question, man, walk up to them people and introduce yourself
Yes.
and say hello.
Yes.
Because all those people, I can't say all, but 99% of them are as cool as can be.
Yes.
And so
Very true.
what do you tell folks about meeting their favorite pitmasters?
You're absolutely 100% correct. All of them are approachable, cool as a fan. Everybody, Rodney is cool, B is cool, Rashid is cool, Kevin is, everybody you name have nice personalities, willing to engage. You got to be your authentic self. You can't come in there with no BS and or air about you, because they're gonna feel it and they're gonna shut you down real quick. But if you're engaging and they feel like you're trying to learn something and you got some legitimate questions, they ain't gonna hide nothing from you. Like they said, holding secrets for what? Because what I'm gonna do with them? Because if I go to the grave with them, nobody gonna be able to use them. So
Right.
if you come in with somebody with some legitimate questions and legitimate concerns about you, even the business of barbecue, more than likely, they're going to answer you or give you some direction on how to make you sure that you're successful or whatever you're trying to do, or whatever, if it's business, barbecue, or catering, pop-ups, whatever it may be. Because mostly everybody went through the same gamut. Everybody did the same thing. We all started in that backyard, and everybody else, a few people that shot to the moon. So it's all about you and how you come to and present yourself in front of that lady or that man, celebrity pitmaster.
And you speak of not taking these secrets to the grave. Have you had a chance to do any mentoring with the younger folks who are trying to get into the craft?
Yeah, I got one gentleman right now. His name is Brandon Joyce. He has a thing called Black People Eats. He's a foodie. He has a big following, and him and his dad love my ribs, and he wanted to know how to smoke ribs. He didn't want to know how to grill them. He wanted to know how to smoke ribs. So he's came over to the house a couple of times, and I've shown him again. He has to learn patience. We talked about patience, and learn the process on how to let rubs adhere and meat get to a certain temperature and putting it on at a certain time. But Brandon Joyce is a nice young man, just recently got married. He's a total foodie and really loves barbecue, but he's one of the ones closely that I've been dealing with lately.
Okay. I think that's the brother. He and his wife, they do the food reviews on like Instagram and TikTok, right?
Yeah, they travel. He traveled to the worldwide festivals. He'd be over in Jamaica and Trinidad, and he's big on that. He's big on the foodie stuff.
Okay. Hey, Ron, I wanted to ask you, what's next for the brand? Are you looking to do brick and mortar, or what are you looking to do? What do you see in the next 5 years?
Oh, brick and mortar is not for me. That's real work. That's real work. I retired. That's not it. That's not my plan. Listen, I'm more of a barbecue enthusiast, tourist.
Okay.
Then I can say a pitman. The food came later, but I enjoy talking to other pitmasters, enjoying their food. Those are things I really enjoy. Just like this past weekend at Windy City, I was with Dan Weaver. We talked extensively about his upcoming at Dane's Barbecue, and the other gentleman, Brandon Hurtado. We talked about that stuff I like. That's the stuff that gets me going. And then we get to talking about their food. As far as me, again, like I say, I take a little bit from everybody. And again, those folks are willing to share too, because I'm coming in as a genuine person, just asking genuine questions about barbecue. They know, they see all this stuff. We're not in competition of nothing, but they're on this level. They're doing it at a high level, so they don't mind talking about barbecue. So I'm good with it. I'm listen. Like
So-
that would make me travel. That would make me travel. That's what I travel. It's like I'm going to Arkansas to Jones Barbecue. I don't know if you guys are familiar. It's in
Not the Jones Barbecue and foot massage. We ain't
No.
talking about that Jones Barbecue.
This is one of the oldest. This is one of the oldest barbecue joints in America.
I know exactly that little bitty
Yeah.
white building.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm going down there. I'm going down there to see him because he's getting up there in age.
When
and
you
I
going?
want to August, the Friday, that first weekend in August.
Damn. I'm making my
first
move
weekend
that
August.
weekend, man.
And I want to see him because I'm really moved by him. Now, there's something about him I'm really moved by, and I want to go down there because, like I said, he's getting up there in age. So,
And he's only open like 2 days a week or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yep. And they only look. They just serving sandwiches. That's
it.
what they do. They sandwiches. That's it.
Just
He's killing it.
shoulders
That's
on
it.
bread. Huh?
That's it on white bread.
We ain't even give you a bun. He just
Yeah,
give you
it's white bread.
Well, you
white
probably don't need
bread.
no damn bread no way. I'm sure that stuff is so amazing. You don't even want no bread.
Hey, I got to find out for myself. And I'm going down there. Like I was telling Charlie earlier, I'm going to South Carolina to see Tay Nelson eat Bobby's Barbecue. If you're familiar with him in Fountain Inn, South Carolina, I'm going to kick it with him for a little bit. So again, like I said, I like to travel to see some of the things that I've heard about, and people talk about Carolina barbecue, Texas barbecue, KC barbecue. But let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you this, and I know you done had some people on here from Chicago, and I might hurt some feelings.
Come on with it.
One reason why Chicago can't be amongst those regions, we don't have a culture. We don't have a barbecue culture where in Texas, you standing in a line for 4:30 in the morning to get some goddamn barbecue.
Yeah.
South Carolina, they doing it. You know, Kansas City might not do it as much anymore, but Chicago hasn't reached that status. And like I said, we just do rib tips, hot links, and French fries. It's changing right now because, you know, us and Dominique and James Sanders Barbecue, Daniel, Dave Bonner at Green Street Smoke Meats. It's changing, but we're not at that what I call the mountaintop of regions of barbecue because we don't have a culture. That's my opinion. Just saying.
No, brother, that's a valid point, man. And I think if anybody can make that statement, it would be you, because you are deeply entrenched in the scene, brother.
Yeah. So when people try to compare, we can't compare to Texas. Come on, y'all, stop it. Stop it. Stop it with the foolishness. Stop it.
Yeah,
So,
I think that I agree with you in that movement, as far as Chicago craft barbecue, is in its infancy.
correct.
I think that the traditional Chicago barbecue that we grew up on, there was really nowhere for it to go. Like, it is what it is, and it is not gonna ever get on a level any higher than it's been since before I was born.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's referring to the tips and the links. And I mean, when you're doing those things in that style, there's not a lot of room. I mean, it is what it is, right? And, you know, one person might make their sauce a little different or something like that. But at the end of the day, it's tips cooked over charcoal. Most folks ain't even throwing a wood chunk in there, man. They just cooking it straight over charcoal. And most of them's doing aquarium smokers. And so
Exactly.
You were basically direct grilling. You weren't really smoking.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, I agree with you on that point, brother. But folks like y'all, like you said, and our man, you know, Chef Daniel, who we have on here, is one of our first guests. He was just on here a couple weeks ago too.
We were together. We were together Father's Day. Me and Brian, Father's Day weekend, which was another busy. We cooked at the Maywood Fest on Saturday, and then we had to take a nap, and we cooked the whole hog for Father's Day at Sanders, and it was something special. That was a grind. That was a really grind. That took me. That was like a doubleheader in baseball. You had to play both games. So, but Jeff, one thing that part of the question I forgot a little bit was the branding wise. Eventually, I like to get into seasoning and things like that. When if it happens, it's cool. But right now, doing what I'm doing the little pop-ups is good for me. Low overhead.
Gotcha.
Hear that.
So it works. If anything happens organically, you never know. I can probably roll with it, but man, I'm retired, dude. Like I said, I'll be hitting the speed limit tomorrow, Lord willing. Again, 65, and
Happy birthday.
I'm happy to reach that.
That's
and happy
right.
to do what I'm doing. So
Happy birthday, brother.
thank you, yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Ron, we're gonna leave you on this note. In terms of advice that you give anybody getting into barbecue, just on any aspect of it, what's some advice you got for them?
You got to love it. You can't like it. You got to love it. If you don't love it, leave it alone, because it ain't gonna love you back. Especially if you barbecue and you're trying to, profit from it. If you don't love it, that means time, patience, passion. If you can't put that together, leave it alone, because you're not gonna be consistent. It'll be hard. I'm not saying you can't, but it's gonna be hard because you gotta want to get up at certain hours of the morning to prep, do everything, boom, 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 boom. Now you trying to get everything done, like y'all mentioned, somebody cooking a brisket in 4 hours. Come on, you insane.
Yeah, that was rough.
So again, so they don't love it. They don't love it. They shortcutting it and trying to get some glory from behind it, hoping somebody say it's good because you ain't do 12 hours or 14 hours. Again, you got to love it. It takes patience. If you in a hurry, go sit down and watch the game.
Perfect.
That's solid advice, man. Yes, indeed. Well, brother, it was fantastic to have you on here, man. Finally.
Hey man,
And,
I love you guys. Love you
Man,
guys.
we love you
You
back,
too,
brother.
man.
Love
Hey,
you
y'all
back.
We're gonna see you at Delilah's this
I
week. This year?
just about to say that to y'all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I'm cooking down there. I'm cooking.
Oh, we know.
No,
you
I'm
might
gonna have
start
my
off
own.
cooking.
You actually built this time?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
That's awesome.
I'm not jumping in nobody's stuff. I have my own.
Look, we'd be talking to you and then turn around. Next thing we know, he's cutting up some ribs or something.
Yeah, Poppy called me. Poppy called me over there. He said, "Man, get these rib tips from you from Chicago. Man, slice them up like you're slicing up at the crib." Because they had a big old cleaver. There's about to say, "Hey, don't do that! Don't do that!"
Him and the twins.
Yeah, him and the twins. They was doing a dirty rice. No, the jambalaya. They was doing jambalaya. And I was like, no, don't chop up that meat like that. You hurt that meat. But yeah, I'll be down there. I'll be down there for that. Looking for that, and I'm going back to the family reunion, and I'm doing that. So it's gonna be cool.
Man, I wanted to go to the family reunion. I won't make it this year, but 26, I gotta do it. I gotta do it, man.
Man, come on, dog. Come on. It's another level, y'all. You got to come. It has to be number one on the bucket list, dog. Got to be. I'm telling y'all.
It is. It is. And trust me, if it wasn't for this move, I would have been there this year. But
Understandable.
yeah. Soon come, as they say.
We got room. Like I said, come as friends, leave as family. Y'all come on.
All right now.
My man. Y'all, this is Ron Connor from You Want That Smoke Barbecue, right out of Chicago, Illinois, y'all. Ron, tell the folks where they can find you, man.
Hey, I'm all on that social media, Instagram, Facebook, the Thread. Not YouTube yet, coming soon. But
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
pretty much all the social media.
Speaking of YouTube, are you gonna record your trip down there to Jones?
That's one of the things. I just got some equipment. Hey, y'all got to give me.
Let's
I gotta get some
go.
equipment.
Let's
I gotta get
go.
some
Let's
equipment. I got a
go.
camera and everything. Not my
My
iPhone.
man.
I'm trying to be legit this time around.
Yeah, man. Make sure you let us know when you post that, brother.
I definitely will.
We're looking forward to that, man.
I definitely will.
Charlie, tell the folks where they can find you, bro.
And you can find me everywhere you see the name Charlie Maverick. It's on IG, Facebook, a little bit more TikTok than usual. A little bit more TikTok. I'm getting used to it. Some people drag me into it, and I'm like, it's addictive. But I'm going through the paces and taking my time. You can also check me out if you're so inclined on the Patreon, because we got a couple of exclusive shows on there, so y'all don't forget about that. I know, Brandon, you talking about go and subscribe to the Patreon, but let me tell you a little bit about the shows that we do. We do have the Backyard Pitmasters podcast, so y'all check that out. And of course, which is on the illustration here, we got Black Smoke After Dark.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Then you get early access to the weekly episodes. Can't beat it.
Yeah. We got to get you on Black Smoke After Dark, Ron.
Lord, I know we cut up. I know y'all cutting up.
Yeah.
Y'all cutting up.
Yeah,
y'all cutting up.
Yeah, we're gonna pour the bourbon and talk a bunch of good shit. You know what we do. Like
get some of that good brown juice. Get some of that good brown juice.
As my mama used to call it, that panther piss. That's what she used to call it.
Oh man.
Yeah. We have a real good time over there at Black Smoke After Dark. Y'all get over there and get y'all a subscription, man.
Yes, indeed.
Panther piss. Okay.
Yes,
That's
sir.
like that. I like that.
Jeff, tell the folks where they can find you, bro.
You can find me at Outdoors with Jeff. That's GEOFF on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Black Planet. And you can find me in the comments along with Charlie on the YouTube page.
How you go breeze past Black Planet like everybody's like we on that?
Hey, look. Hey, listen, man. Look, I got about 7-8 followers, man, and we growing. But they talking about different kind of meat up there, bro. It ain't no barbecue.
Pause.
Yeah, we don't want that meat. We don't want that meat they talking about.
Man.
Oh
Yes,
boy.
Indeed.
Hey, folks,
Gotta pray for him.
You better. He need all he can get.
Oh boy.
Brandon, where can they find
Lord
you
Jesus.
at, sir?
Brother, they can find me all over the internet, except for the X, Twitter, whatever that thing is. That pit of hell I do not participate in. Everywhere else, look for BKC Cooks, and you'll find me in this luxurious Maine. Y'all see that fucker glistening? You see it. Don't act like you don't see it.
I'm leaving that in there, by the way.
Please do. Please do. And also, y'all, check me out on the Pit Boss YouTube channel. I am one of the ambassadors and the backyard bosses right there on YouTube. So I get down and do my thing over there for Pit Boss Grills, y'all. And yeah, that's about it for me, man. So listen, again, we want to thank Ron for hanging out with us, y'all. We had a great time. Got to get you back sooner than later, bro. And we will see you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast, and we are out.
Peace.